Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Lois, and welcome back to Super Hostile Legendary. In the last episode, we went through the sewers dungeon in the East Commons here, and got the magenta wool. I thought it was the white wool. I remember the white wool is actually in the floating shards, so we'll get that later. But we have the magenta wool, and I do believe it is time for us to head back to base, back to the Victory Monument, and we've got some work to do. So one of the big issues, especially this early game, is getting food and getting kind of established just in general. And a large part of that is, well, we need to set up farms and we need to set up a decent base that we can actually work with. So in order to do that, we are going to head back to the Victory Monument because that's why we went there in the first place. And we're going to start working on just kind of cleaning that area up, making things nice and whatnot. And so we can start making farms. And then once we kind of have an established base, going out and exploring these different areas and trying to find the wolves, some of which I know exactly where they're at, some of which I don't quite remember or something like that, some of which are pretty obvious where they're at. We'll just kind of we'll kind of work our way through all the different areas. Currently, the biggest two issues we have is food and stone. Now, I believe all of this is actually cobblestone. This is pure stone. Now, Vechs, the map maker, isn't always that kind. Sometimes this is actually silverfish. And so, yeah, I think it's stone, but I could be wrong. It's pretty easy to tell, but do we really want to rip all of this up? It seems like a lot of work. We do have a little bit of stone. I have 8 stone on me, and I'm bringing back a bunch of things that I think are going to be useful. Specifically, I brought back just a single set of seeds, because I don't know how many seeds we have. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've played in this map. So it's just kind of, we need to go forward and get things done and whatnot. And hopefully we'll be able to set up a decent farm and get some crops growing and get bread. Currently bread is going to be our staple. I would also like to kind of clean up this area in general and make it a little bit nicer to traverse. Get rid of some of these trees, make a nice bridge across, and that might be something we work on at another point, making an actual bridge that goes across this little gap instead of our little pseudo pathway. We have a nice little pathway here that isn't too bad. It's just I want stairs and that kind of stuff. And actually, I don't know if we can make sandstone stairs in this version of Minecraft. We'll see. But anyways, it is time to put the magenta wool onto the monument, and it goes right here. Now there is a trap right there. You can see that sand. Yeah, that's gonna pour lava on. Yeah, you can even see it dripping. It's gonna pour lava all over our wool. We're not gonna let that happen. Now, I typically like to have a chest by the Victory Monument for the wool, and I put them in order. So that is the third wool, technically. I believe the floating shards and then the castle of the first intersection are the first 2 wool, respectively. So we can start working on just kind of cleaning this area up, getting more storage, and whatnot. We'll put furnaces. Don't I have a furnace over here somewhere? We can fill in areas pretty quickly with whatever we want. We have ladders, that kind of stuff I don't care about too much. We've got a good bit of dirt. Yeah, we can't make sandstone stairs. That's good. So let's do something like 3 stacks of oak, 3 stacks of birch, and I didn't bring the other type. So we have a bunch of moss stone, we have some cobblestone. I brought a whole bunch of sandstone, these are going to be the crafted, so I'll put sand there once we get to that point. I was going to break that furnace. Oh well. So we need to get to work. So we're going to need a lot of spaces for slime balls. Raw pork chops, probably not. And here we'll put our transportation stuff. And that should be good for now. So do we have anything over here? So I cleaned up this area a little bit, just kind of widened it. We've got a lot of stuff that we can do things with. But how much of it are we going to actually use? I don't know. So we have different tree types here. And we have this area that is meant to be a farm. Let's go ahead and break these guys, get some seeds. And what we're going to do is we're going to head out to the main area because there is a creeper. So there is enough darkness somewhere that a creeper can spawn. Oh no. That's a bummer. I don't really care about the signs. We read the signs. It was basically, is it cheating to give you a big open area? I don't think so. But we didn't get enough stone slabs to fill that all the way in, but we can do that. Perfect. So that means there are dark parts around. That's why I have, right back here. That is why I have smooth lighting off. I want to be able to see the darkness. I don't want to be able to see the darkness pretty easily. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of do some landscaping here. Stuff like that. Make this wall a little bit nicer. We're going to pick up a lot of this stuff. Flatten this out just a little bit. And we need to cut down trees. And we're basically going to use this little area as a farm. So I have a general idea of what I want to do, but I don't really have any specifics. So I'm going to work on it a little bit on camera. I might do a little bit of work off camera. Don't know yet. But let's go ahead and chop down some of these trees and work on this base. So I might actually do something that I don't typically like doing, and that is I might actually cut the episode and go and work on this between, like, off camera and have things done. So if we can at least get this side taken care of, make it look a little bit nicer, put our farm over here, I think that'd be good. So let's begin by just working on these trees. We have a bunch of squiddies down in the water. This water is also good for fishing, so we might have a little bit of like a dock or something. I don't know. We could do a lot of really cool things here. There's not that much room, but there's enough. So if we just turn this side into a bit of a farm, we want to break the saplings, by the way, just so they don't grow anymore. But if we break this side just a little bit and get just a bit of a farm going, I think it could be really nice. And then we could have our little bridge that goes across the water and then goes over to the door eventually, and we could probably put a little bit of a dock like right in this area, just so that we can actually start fishing. Not that fishing is particularly useful, but it can be nice if we want to. It's a decent source of food, and the food you get from it is not that bad either. So let's go ahead and break a lot of this stuff and grab all these saplings, and I think that's enough for now. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna clean up this area. Let's put torches down, and we'll just kind of landscape this a little bit. I want to put a torch up here. Break that. Just kind of dig through here. Put a torch up there. And what we'll do is we'll just kind of clear this area out just a little bit. It was a sapling that just fell in, I think. There is a bunch of gravel down there. I don't see much of anything else. Looks like a death trap, to be honest. So let's clean up some of this dirt. And what we'll do is I think right over here, in this corner, we'll just make our farm here. So let's clean this up a little bit as well. And kind of square it off a little bit. So there is plenty of dirt here. And what we can do is, let's pick up this dirt and we'll just kind of wall that off. Put some torches on the sides. And we need to put stairs here. We're going to put stairs there. This entire area is going to get filled in. So let's just go ahead and do this a little bit. I want to make it a little bit more flat, a little bit less craggy, more evenness than this just weird formation. And I think this guy can be moved, can be picked up. Alright, so that should be good enough. Let's grab all these saplings. Saplings aren't terrible for, like, getting fuel. They're not a terrible fuel source, so just pick up a bunch of this dirt. And cool. So what we're going to want is over here, we're going to want something that's, let's break this down a little bit, as well as this. Just square this up. And we could break these guys. And why is that not making infinite water? That's a little bit better, but not quite good enough. So I guess we'll have to just do something like this. And that goes there, that goes there. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll go all the way over to about here. Now we did lose our pick. That is a bummer, but oh well. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. And just do something like this. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like this wouldn't be too bad. And let's just close this off. And we'll just have a farm right here. So for the time being, let's just go ahead and till a 3x3. And we'll get some guys in there. So this already looks a little bit better. It's not the best, but it's not bad. Definitely some of the things we need to do is kind of make this look a little bit nicer, but I think if we have a bridge basically go across, I don't want these fences here, but we'll probably put some fences on the farm, and what we'll have is, let's just kind of mock it out with sandstone, just because that is a pretty readily available material. We'll probably end up making out of wood or something like that later. And let's go get some more stairs. Sandstone stairs. And we can kind of make this look a little bit nicer. And that's kind of the hope. And this is something that I'm going to do a little bit off camera, as well as just kind of as I go type of thing. We'll want a plants chest, so here is as good as any. Signs will go into here. We need a pick, so let's just grab a wooden pick or two. And we're going to want some of these sandstone stairs, so let's grab those. Alright, so what we're going to want is something about right here. And we'll bring this down a little bit. Now, can I do the... I can't. Okay, that's fine. And we'll just kind of even this out. Doesn't need to be like super flat or anything like that, but even enough. And that looks halfway decent. Then we'll put more stairs here, and then this will go across. Now we can also have some stairs here and something like that. So that will get us down to the farm. And what we'll want is something like, let's see, a stair, then kind of just a straight path. Maybe another stair somewhere in there. But then about right here, we want a stair, upside down stair. Let's just go ahead and put that there so we get the source block. Cool. There is a creeper up there. I'm probably gonna want to deal with that. I don't know if he'll jump down though, so that should be good. And then here, and then we'll just kind of go across at about this level. And yeah, kind of flatten it out about to this level. And kind of just go across. We'll make a path up this way with stairs again. And this is probably going to be the hardest part, is stairs all the way down here. It's going to end up over in this area. So we'll have to figure something out for that. But that'll at least be in sandstone. And then I might flatten this a little bit. Otherwise, we'll just kind of bring this ladder farther down. And I think we can do that right now just with these guys. And that's a little bit better. And then I have plenty of ladders, so just kind of making this a little bit nicer to navigate and whatnot is kind of the whole idea. So yeah, I think that is good enough for this episode. So obviously we have a lot of work here to do, but I'll probably clear out the trees on this side between episodes while I wait for some wheat to grow. And next time we are going to head back to the Caves of Confusion, and we're going to search for the wool there because we didn't get it, and we might as well go somewhere. So that seems as good as any place. And so we will go there. We'll try to do some stuff and make our way through that dungeon and hopefully find the gold, the treasure, and we'll go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!